This is a review of the Rocketbook Wave, which my daughter just got me for Mother's Day. So the thing about the Wave is it works with these friction pens. And the beauty of friction pens is once you heat the ink up to 140 degrees, the ink goes transparent. So you can go ahead and write in here. And the way friction designed, they said, hey, you know, when I just rub this end across, I can make that ink go transparent. But the Rocketbook says, hey, go ahead and fill up the entire book. You'll notice a QR code here in the corners. You can use that to scan. It'll automatically detect the edges of the page. With the QR code it says, oh, that's the size of page this is. And everything above this lower, say, inch or so is going to get scanned by the app, and it happens really fast, which is awesome. So I filled up this notebook, I've written on all the pages, but I don't want to go through and like rub all the stuff to empty this out. I can just go put this in the microwave, put a mug 3/4 full onto this portion, and I'll go 30 seconds at a time. When that icon disappears, I flip the Wave over, put the mug here, dry bottom of course, and when that icon disappears, I just leave the book for about 3 minutes, and when I open it up, it'll all be blank. Boom. So that's awesome. One thing I wanted to show is that there's different sizes of friction pens. This is the .38 size, and what I like about that is this has got a 1/2 inch Proclick spine. I can just go put this right in. It's easier when I'm not trying to video myself at the same time. Boom, boom. The other thing about the Proclick spine, which is nice, I mean, it's a little bit, when I first saw it, I was like, what is this plastic spine thing doing? But the Proclick spine, you can actually separate it apart. See how that happens? And you can just separate all the rings going up and down. So say you had like 5 pages that you really didn't want to erase, but you wanted to erase the rest of the notebook, you could use that feature to take out the pages you wanted to keep and then microwave the rest of it. So I really like my notebooks. I happen to use one of these. Levenger calls them Circa, and I think Staples has a brand that's called Arc. But these rings are nice. Let's see what I'm opening up to. These are planner pages that I've made myself, so I've got my calendar and space to do things. And then in the weekly pages, that's a relatively blank one, so I can fill that all in. So in future I'm thinking of one of 2 things. So we'll focus on what I've already done, which is I do that, and then I like to use 4x6 sheets for to-do lists. So for example, here's a blank planner page, and what I did is I just blew up a bit one of these, so you can see I can just place my planner page down when I'm like, oh, okay. Or say I've been taking notes on my planner before I ever knew a Rocketbook existed, and I wanted to scan those in, so now I can just place that down, and this is the same aspect ratio of the page I have, and that's when the QR code's from the corner of the book, and boom, the scanner app will go ahead and scan that for me. And so I've got my notes, so I could do that same kind of thing with my notes, or just put my note in a blank page of the Rocketbook itself. Or what I did is I came up, in PowerPoint, I made it just a little bit smaller, so now when I place this carefully, if I, again, hard to do one-handed with a video thing going in another hand, but you get the idea. So now I've got that, and I can just scan it and it'll perfectly grab my my little to-do sheet thing. And I can go ahead and I can microwave a stack of my little sticky notes, and I can reuse my sticky notes. So a lot of the paper that we have though is 8.5 by 11. So I just came up with the bottom portion of what would be a thing. Let me get all the rest of this off here. And now you see a little light line there that tells me where the bottom of the page should go. So I can go ahead and futz with that a little bit better. And now, boom, I can come back and scan that, and it'll detect the edges of the page and scan in whatever precious bit of 8.5 by 11 I have. So I love the Rocketbook. I think it's so cool. I love the scanning part of the app. And with some of these additional little ideas, you can go ahead and use it not only to have a notebook that you can use again and again and again, but you can use the scan function to take a lot of your existing paper and transform it into digital form so that you can really start to go paperless. And that's my review of the Rocketbook and its app and all that good stuff.